Donna. Welcome to the first at-home silks warm-up class to keep ourselves in shape when we're cozy at home. For this class, you're going to need a chair and some space in your room. We're going to start out running. You can be like some of my students and pretend that you didn't hear that and go take the next minute to go fix your hair or go to the bathroom or do whatever you need to do and come back when the running's over. But for the rest of us, we will spend 1 minute warming up our bodies by running. Let's go. So you can do this however you like. You can run in place like I'm doing. You can take a run around the room, depending on how big the room is. Make sure that if you're going in circles, you end up going the other way as well so you don't get lopsided. You can choose to stay in place and lift your knees. Put your hands behind you. Kick your heels to your bum. And you can go double time. Or just run regular, however you like. I don't have a clock, so I'm just taking good guesses with time. Go for about 15 more seconds in whatever way feels good. And begin to slow it down. Awesome. Hopefully you feel your heart rate up a little bit, you feel your body starting to get warm. The next thing we're going to do is monkey walks. So keeping your hips in line and with straight arms and straight legs, we're going to come down to a downward dog and then walk our feet forward as close as we can to our palms without bending our knee. And take a walk around the room. Again, you might need to make circles. Make sure you keep good alignment. So don't sacrifice by bending knees, or you can also go backwards. Don't sacrifice by bending knees or coming out of alignment in order to get your feet closer. We're really just working on stretching out our back body. Waking up our whole back chain. Awesome. Into a nice forward fold. Reach your hands over behind your back, interlace your fingers, reach your arms up and over your head, and just rest. Let gravity do the work here. Bend your knees, come roll up nice and slow. Awesome. So from here, we're going to do a plank hold. So coming into plank position, hands right under your shoulders. Keep your belly button tucked into your spine so you're not going to let your hips drop. And we're not even going to try and be in a straight line, but you want to have it tucked into a hollow body. If this is too much for you, you can drop to your knees, but still keeping your hips forward. If it's too much for your wrists, you can come down to your elbows and hold your plank pose here. For the rest of us, we'll keep on our hands and keep holding the plank for about another 30 seconds. Do whatever you want with your neck to keep it nice and loose and comfortable. Five more seconds. And rest. Awesome. So from here, you'll need your chair. So hit pause if you need to go grab it, if you have it handy, and just give yourself some room. Awesome. So we'll start with leg lifts. So stand just a wee way away from the chair. You'll place your foot on the chair. And we're going to be doing leg lifts from here. If this is too high and you can't lift your foot, then find a stool or some books, something elevated. We don't want to do the full range of motion. We're doing a shorter range of motion here. So from here, we're going to have a straight leg, pointed toes. Take your kneecap and bring it up towards your hip. And as you do that, you'll see that your thigh tightens, your quads tighten. Okay, so we'll find nice squared hips, tight leg, pointed toes, and we'll do 10 lifts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to turn at a 45-degree angle. So as I face this way, my leg is at a 45-degree angle as well. So I'm not lifting from the side of my hip. It's still a forward, but an angled opening of my hips. So 10 more here. Two and 1. Beautiful. Bring it down nice and graceful. We'll do the other side. So leg up, toes pointed, leg engaged. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then turning out at an angle, re-engage the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, and bring it on down. So you're going to step up nice and close to the chair. Lift one leg up. And we're just going to do knee lifts from here, as high as you can go, pulling your thigh into your belly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze it in, 4, 3, 2, and release. Other side. And let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze it higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. And just walk it off for a second. Awesome. We're coming back down onto our hands again. You should feel your body be warming up by now. We're going to do our mountain climbers, but with the chair. So come back into plank position, but this time with your feet on the chair. I'm going to actually scoot this a little bit so you can see it better. The tops of your feet on the chair, belly lifted into the spine. Bring one knee into your chest and back out, and the other side. That's 1. And 2, we're going for 10 here. 3, keep the belly engaged. 4, 5, halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And come on down. Awesome. Come to everyone's favorite position to start is the seated position. Cool. So from here, I'm going to take my hands and wrap them around the sides of the chair. I'm going to lift my feet, engage my abs, and to the best of my abilities, straighten my arms and lift my bum off the chair. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze it in and rest. Awesome. Reach your hands overhead. Interlace your fingers. Flip your hands. Lift your shoulders and release. Lift and release. Lift and release. Whew. We'll do one more set of that. So hands on, knees lifted, straighten the arms and tuck. Pull it in as tight as you can. 5, 4, squeeze it in, 2, and release. Awesome. Cool. So we're done with the chair. You move the chair out of the way and make some space. What's next on the list? We're gonna stretch out our hips a little bit from the work that we just did. So come into a tabletop. You're gonna take your right foot and bring it to the outside of your right hand and drop your hips forward. Lift your heart up and out, spine nice and long. From here, you're gonna lift your foot. So you're making a nice right angle here with your ankle. You're gonna lift your foot and drop your knee out to the side, keeping that right angle between your foot and your shin. If this feels good where you're at, then stay here. If you'd like to go further, you can drop down onto your elbows. Take 5 nice, deep, long, relaxing breaths here. Letting your hips sink deeper, relaxing what doesn't need to be working. Then come back up, bring your knee back up. You're going to straighten your front leg. Keep your spine nice and long as you fold over your front foot. Again, 5 long, slow breaths. Keep your pinky toe pulling in towards your nose. Don't let your foot sickle out. Beautiful. Bring that leg back in, and we'll do the other side. So left foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop your hips forward. Lift your heart, lengthen your spine. And then lift your toes and drop your knee out to the side. Don't let your hips fall here. Keep them nice and stable in the center. If you want a deeper stretch, from here you can come onto your elbows, just like you did with the other side. And finding the places where you can let go, where you can relax. Coming back up, straighten that leg, pinky toes towards your nose, long spine, and fold over your leg. Awesome. We're going to come down and do some abs. So, laying on your back. Actually, we're going to start on our elbows. So from here, you're going to come to a straddle pike, legs nice and strong. You're going to lift your hips, and they're not going to lift very far, but it's the action of lifting them, because as you lift them, you're going to feel your lower abdominals engage. So we're going to lift our hips and hold for 10 seconds. So ready and go. 10, 9, 8, legs strong and wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Come all the way down. You can relax your arms. We'll do the same thing. That engagement, you'll feel your back plug into the floor and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. We're going to lift our head and chest off the floor, re-engage the legs, and lift the hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Last one. Reach your arms through, re-engage the legs, wide straddle, and lift the hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Awesome. As we're laying here, you're going to lay as if you were sitting in a chair that was laying on the ground. So a nice 90-degree angle with our legs. From here, we're going to keep the 90-degree angle with the legs as we tap the floor. So the feet tap far away. We're going to do that 9 more times. 2. Nice and slow. 3. 4. 5. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Give yourself a hug. Awesome. You can drop your feet back down. Hands behind your head. We'll just do some crunches. You lift your head and shoulders towards the ceiling 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Lift the legs. You can keep them straight if you want an extra challenge. If not, don't worry if they're bent or at whatever angle. We're going to be lifting our hips towards the ceiling. So there might feel like an inclination to roll them up towards your face, but the goal is to try and lift them to the ceiling, and we'll do that 10 times. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Bring your legs back to that 90-degree angle. We'll lift our chest here and straighten our arms out. If this feels like a good enough challenge, then stay here. If you want more of a challenge, then straighten your legs for 10 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. A couple more stretches and we're done. So come lay on your back and we're going to do a plow pose, okay? And this can look a lot of different ways. So we're going to lift our hips to the ceiling and we're going to support our back with our hands. If that feels good there, then stay there. If you want to bring it further, you can reach your legs over your head into a full plow. So we'll lift our hips and support our hands. Make sure that you can breathe whatever pose that you're in. If this feels good and you want to go further, then you can drop your legs You can keep your legs straight, you can bend them, whatever is your level of challenge today. Maybe your feet come to the ground, but with your knees bent, you're curled in a ball. That's okay too. Hold it for just a few more breaths. And then roll out nice and slow. Feel every vertebrae unrolling on the floor as you go. Take your time. Awesome. Plant your feet. Relax your arms by your side. And we'll lift into a bridge pose. You can stay here if you like, or if you'd like to take it further, interlace your fingers underneath your back, curl your shoulders under, and then push your feet into the ground to lift your hips higher. Pushing your arms against the ground, your feet against the ground. Make sure that your knees are staying over your ankles. They're not splaying out to the sides. Push a little higher. Hold for 3 more breaths. And come roll down. Beautiful. So there's your warm-up for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a beautiful day.